Chapter 495. Paisel hung up the phone before he told Burton, "Mr. Anderson has already agreed to meet you. You can come with me now." When Burton heard this, he immediately showed an expression of gratitude as he bowed before Paisel and said, "Thank you for your generosity and help, Dr. Billy." Paisel waved his hand before he said, "I'm just lending Mr. Anderson a hand. You don't need to thank me. If Mr. Anderson is willing to help you, then you can just thank him directly." Burton nodded in a hurry before he said, "Okay, should we leave now, Dr. Billy?" Paisel nodded before he called out to his granddaughter, Luna, as he said, "Luna, can you drive us over to Mr. Anderson's house?" When Luna heard that her grandfather was going to see Alex, she was very excited and she quickly said, "Grandpa, let's go over now. We wouldn't want Mr. Anderson to wait so long." After that, Burton took his 1,000-year-old Snow White ginseng with him before he followed Paisel and Luna out of Serene World Clinic. After that, they got into a new BMW that Luna had recently bought. After Paisel made the decision to stay in Oris Hill, Luna had decided to buy this car so it would be more convenient for her to travel around with her grandfather. Luna drove towards Alex's house and within 10 minutes, they were already in front of Alex's house. At this time, Paisel looked at Burton before he gave him a gentle reminder. "Your brother had some conflicts with Mr. Anderson in the past. You must remember not to be disrespectful towards Mr. Anderson when you see him later." Burton nodded hurriedly before he said, "You don't need to worry, Dr. Billy. I would never dare disrespect Mr. Anderson." Okay, Paisel knew that Burton and his arrogant brother were two completely different people. So, he simply nodded before he pressed the doorbell. Alex quickly opened the door. As soon as they saw Alex, Paisel and Luna hurriedly bowed before they greeted him respectfully, "Hello, Mr. Anderson." Burton also hurriedly saluted and greeted Alex respectfully, "Nice to meet you, Mr. Anderson." Alex nodded before he said, "You don't have to be so polite. Come in and have a seat so that we can talk." The three of them quickly walked into the house. As soon as they entered the house, the three of them could not help but look around the living room. This was the first time that they had ever visited Alex's house and they could not help but feel a little surprised. Alex had so many connections with all the upper-class people in Oris Hill and he had such a respectable status. So, why did he choose to live in such an ordinary residential building? Burton also felt that Alex was unfathomable. He was obviously a very wealthy man who could easily spend $100 million at an auction and yet, he was living in such a simple environment. Alex did not know what the three of them were thinking about and he simply pointed at the sofa before he said, "Please sit down." The three of them nodded before they sat down directly opposite Alex.